Okay, fun fact, I own one piece of Nazi memorabilia. And today I want to show it to you and tell you why I own it. Okay? So it's a postcard. I'll show it to you right now. This is a postcard. It's got Hitler's face on it. It's marked here the 13th of March, 1938. That commemorates the date of the overtaking of Austria. And here's Austria at the bottom, and here's the Fuhrer in the middle, overlooking the whole. It's a really interesting thing. The back of it has a stamp. It's pre-stamped. It's got Ein Reich, ein Volk, ein Führer. And the date there says the 10th of April 1938. So about a month after the Anschluss, they're commemorating the event with this postcard to celebrate, this public postcard celebrating Hitler's overtaking of the Austrian state. So why? Why do I have this? Why did I buy it from this random resale shop in Florida? Well, when I was writing my PhD, I was studying a guy named Dietrich Bonhoeffer. Some of you may know his name. He was killed by the Nazis. And 1 year before this postcard was published, he had published what is probably his most famous book to us, a book called Discipleship. Sometimes it's called The Cost of Discipleship. And I think Discipleship is an amazing book and it's a fascinating read, but sometimes we miss that it happened within a very specific context of Nazi ideology. And one of the phrases from that book is, when Christ calls a man, he bids him come and die. It's an arresting phrase in any context. When Christ calls you, he bids you to come and die. And I think we can read that in the abstract and we can kind of be challenged by what Bonhoeffer is saying, but when we hear it within this context, something fresh happens. When Christ calls him and he bids him come and die, because at this time, the people in the churches were serving Nazi ideology, many of them, and everyone seemed to be in love with their Führer, and there was this sense of growing and increased sense of what it meant to be German and our place within the world, and Bonhoeffer was watching that, and part of his statements in Discipleship are, is your loyalty given to Christ or to the Führer? Is the loyalty given to the kingdom or to your local nation state? And Bonhoeffer wrestled with these things. He had the kind of standard German Lutheran understanding of church-state relations that were being disrupted by how the Nazis were engaging with things, and it made him rethink these things as well. But the key thing is that when Bonhoeffer writes his great book on discipleship, it's happening within the context of an entire generation of Christians as seemingly being swept away in their love of a nation state. Okay, so that's why I bought this postcard, not only because it's historically interesting, but because it fits in this really fascinating time in history, and it reminds me of what Bonhoeffer was doing and the cost he paid for speaking the truth in Nazi Germany. The one piece of Nazi ideology I own, and the reason I own it.